You hear the music. It means the man is here. Brian from the Lido joins me this morning. How are you, sir?
I always love the man is here.
He is.
I'm doing well, Dub.
I'm glad.
Just got back from Vancouver.
Yeah.
Missed a couple of Wednesdays with you.
Mm-hmm.
Apologize for that, but
I'm glad you're back nonetheless. So.
Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, it's kind of at a timely moment too, because of course you're now ramping up for, I mean, the busiest season probably for the Lido. Hey,
isn't that song? It's the most wonderful time of the year,
right?
Which is a long ways down. You know, we're talking about white stuff, but yeah, it's just all the preparation for the fall and winter schedule.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been a fun summer.
Yeah,
we love you know, the weather. Like, we're setting records. You know, for temperature. I think yesterday it was 30 degrees, which our previous record was 28.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And our previous cold record was -1.
Yeah, right.
You know, and it's just like, that's Fort St. John weather, right? Just,
absolutely.
It changes quickly. So
you know what I'll say about this heat wave quickly, though, is I'm glad it's coming now and not in late June or early July.
Yeah.
Because, man, I still remember 2 or 3 years ago now, there was a heat wave. I think it was mid-July or something. And the day is so long that it never really cooled off overnight. Yes. Whereas, like, last night I woke up at 2 o'clock and all my windows were open. I was like, I'm kind of cold now.
Well, yeah,
so
it does.
like,
the transition is
right?
huge. Yeah.
At least you get some relief when it's this hot in the end of August because, you know, the sun sets at 8:30.
We look forward to it. And in your May, June, what ends up happening is stuff is trying to grow.
Yeah.
So it needs the nutrients, it needs the sunshine, but it doesn't need the heat of the burn.
Right.
You know, so it gives an opportunity to everything to turn green, and now it's green. You notice that you don't have to cut your lawn twice a week anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you can get once a week.
There was a while where we were having to, that's for sure.
Yeah,
so.
well, it's a reprieve, right?
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
We get a break.
Yeah.
Fred Fest, so fortunate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, just, man, the weather was just ideal for them. Unfortunately, I was in Vancouver the whole time, but I see the posts on Facebook. You know, the individuals that are, you know, like a couple of excerpts from Kyle McCurney and, you know, the individuals that were there. Everybody looked like they had a blast. You know, Fred McRae puts on a good show.
He really does. And I think Kyle's been at everyone, and if not everyone, he's been at everyone but like one of the Fred Fests so far.
I think he's hit them all. I mean, he's family, right?
Yeah.
You know, so there's a tie there, and he just puts that into his schedule, and it's a good thing. It's you know, I'm coming home for a day.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
all these bands that are out of town. You know, Summer's brother, which is Connor Brooks, you know, it's nice if he comes home and has a concert, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing my son, Adam, who goes by the handle of Noble Son. You know, he'll roll into town and it gives people an opportunity to come see what they do, how they've honed their craft into being, you know, doing what they love to do. And it's just, it's a wonderful thing to see. And Kyle's doing so well, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nominated for lots of stuff.
Yeah.
But the guy's got chops. I mean, he can sing, he can speak to the crowd. It's a good package. He's a good package.
Absolutely.
Sounds weird. If you're out there, Kyle, I don't mean it that way. I mean, it's good to see you do so well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you've got some stuff coming up in the Lido. I know Cribbage has been talked about for a bit. Peace Country Comedy Fest. Tell us all about those and everything else.
Well, actually, I'm just going to do a little shout out here.
Sure.
Home to Suites, who is our hotel provider at the Lido, and everybody just huge accolades to when they stay there. Everybody, all the entertainers say, man, they're just so nice there. They're so nice. And Nadia and her team, it's their 9th birthday.
Wow.
Well, 9th anniversary, I guess, you know. So big shout out to Nadia and all the folks at Home to Suites that they're celebrating 9 years in our community. And
the crowd is applauding in the background, by the way, just
nice.
so you know.
Yes, bravo. Standing ovation.
There you go. Yeah, I think you've told me before how they really kind of go the extra mile for out-of-towners who come to perform at the Lido, leaving little notes and gifts and stuff, which is really cool.
In the beginning, a long time ago, you know, it was so cool because people would comment that they always had a plate of fresh cookies sitting there. And now with COVID and all the stuff, you know, they don't do that anymore. There's a big, you know, bin of fresh green apples, the Granny Smiths. But,
nice.
You know, it's just little things like that, little extras, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had my brother actually come up for the main stage, came up from Peace River and competed in that. And as a joke, we actually put just a little chocolate on his pillow at night. So he stayed in our basement. He just laughed his ass. I was just like, that's just a classic.
Yeah. When I stayed in Edmonton at my friend's house, which I always do, they'd never done that before, but this time they did. There was mints on the pillows.
Yeah, that's just like, we hope you enjoy your stay.
Something people are doing this year, I guess, Brian. So.
Yeah, we all have the same corny idea.
Right?
Yeah, too fun. There's been lots going on. Actually, I just checked the mailbox before I came in this morning, and I just received the documentation I need for my Canada Pension Plan application because
wow,
I've turned 64. What did you just push there? Is that another applause? Woohoo!
Not applause that time. More of a dun dun dun.
Oh yeah,
sorry. I can do applause too if you want.
No, it's okay. Well, I'm just happy to have made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made it.
Woohoo!
Good for you.
At 64, you go, I just got to make it to 65. You
Yeah.
know? And it's fun that all of us kids are, Tom's 63, I'm 64, Barb's 65, Ken's 66, Mom just turned 85.
Yep.
And we're all there. And one thing we reflect on is that we lost Dad when he turned 60, just after his 60th birthday. So,
yeah.
As a 64-year-old man, I look back and 60s is young. Nowadays people live a lot longer, and thanks to the healthcare system, for doing what they do, it's just it's each year's bonus.
Yeah.
And we should all treat it like that.
Yeah. Not to get morose on you too much, Brian, but it's interesting how that'll kind of become sort of like a landmark for you, right? If you lose a parent early, you'll kind of go, when you're older than them, again, and what it's like
benchmark.
you'll kind of go, I'm now older than my dad was. You know what I mean?
Well, you try to get in their heads, and as a younger person, you can't really imagine it until you get to that exact same state. It's like telling somebody, I know how you feel. Well, unless you're really wearing their shoes or in that exact situation, you really truly don't know how they feel. You can feel empathy, or you can feel, how you feel at that moment for the situation, but to know exactly how they feel, you don't.
Yeah.
In Mom's situation now, being admitted to the hospital, and I didn't mean for this Wednesday teletalk to be,
that's okay.
But it's so important. Like we're talking about things with Mom rushing down there and making sure she's going to be okay. And now we got to talk about assisted living, or what things can we do to put in place that are going to make her next, and hopefully 15 years, 20 years. You never know at 85. That's, you just don't know.
Yeah.
So,
should say quickly, this is why you haven't been here in the kind of past 2 weeks, is you
Yes.
were kind of handling that. So just for if you don't know,
going down and doing the important stuff.
absolutely.
It's important to come and talk to this and run the Lido and that kind of stuff. But when things happen on the home front, that then definitely is the most important thing. And so we were just down there helping Mom and talking about power of attorney, talking about all that stuff that nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah.
And visiting with people that are other people in the hospital, and my mom's sleeping and the person next to him sleeping, and you happen to have a conversation with other people in the hallway that are going through the same thing. And it's all a tough transition because you've got nobody wants to lose their independence.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be told that you can't do that anymore, or you cannot have a driver's license anymore, or you can't, and as a child, that's the same thing. You can't do things, you can't stay out late, you can't make your own decisions because you're not capable of doing that as a small child.
Yeah.
And so what happens is we grow up, we become adults, we become more independent, we create jobs, we do things, we can control our own lives. And then at some point, it just becomes where you can no longer do that safely.
Yeah.
And lucidly. And the mind is a muscle. And unfortunately, as we get older, the muscles aren't quite as prominent as they used to be,
They wear out a bit.
Yeah, they just we only have so much of a warranty on these things that we ride around in, and having those tough talks, I'd encourage people to have it when you can, because at some point something's going to happen and you won't be able to have that conversation. Wills and estate planning and all that kind of thing. And, I was fortunate enough to do that with Great West Life for about 15 years before I bought the Lido. And actually there was a transition time where I still did that and the Lido. And, it's good to have an understanding of what happens and what could happen.
Yeah.
But I it's something that you can talk about when you can talk about it. And it's something that if someone passes away suddenly, your opportunity is done. You don't know. You can guess, you can think, you can say, but just take care of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's this kind of a Debbie Downer conversation, but it's so important.
Absolutely. And you know what? The good thing is, Brian, you have the Lido, which can provide you a laugh when you need it. And
brilliant
sort of
segue, my friend.
A break from sort of those tough conversations, those tough moments in life.
Yeah.
And you've got a couple of those great things coming up, don't you?
We do. Just a little story about an old age person. Cindy's grandpa, a funny old dog he was, eh? And same with her grandma.
Yeah.
And I remember we had the Nylons in the concert at the Lido. Such a great a cappella group. And I remember we put grandma and the family up in the upper VIPs. And if you've been to the Lido, you'll know what I'm speaking about. It's the raised booths left and right at the back. And I remember doing the intro and introducing her grandpa. And you could see him, and people they're looking up there, and he stands there, and we hit him with the spotlight, and he's standing there. It's like he's saying hello to all his people. Good night. And he's got his hands up in the air, and he's doing the bowing. Please, enough.
Yeah.
And it gave him a moment of pleasure. And I remember her grandma standing up in the Nylons, and there's one fella in there that he can shake it. He's a fine specimen. This is what Grandma's saying.
Fair enough.
That fella, he can sure. I was like, yes, Mama. Let's move that one on. But it is. It's about building memories. It's about creating laughter and stuff. And we've got a really great thing that we've done now. I think this is 14th annual Peace Country Comedy Fest.
Yes.
It's coming up on the 14th. Sorry, the 12th and 13th. Of September, and we've got Sterling Scott. All of a sudden, I have a dry spot. Excuse me. We have Sterling Scott coming in. Fantastic. Golden Buzzer winner.
Oh, God, Brian. You've got
something
a tickle
in
in your
I'm going to
throat.
have to come with water next time. Tess, look at that. Weird, hey?
Oh, okay. Should we take a quick break? I can get you some water?
Sounds like I'm in. That's a good idea.
We'll take 1 second. We'll get Brian some water here. Here we go.
Funny.
Your voice matters. Call or text the Fort City Chrysler line at 250-787-2222. The Brick's tent sale is back. Get up to 60% off clearance items in the tents with more amazing deals arriving daily in every department. And from Thursday till Monday, score limited time 5-day deals like mattresses starting at just $99 and TV starting at only $199. Plus, get a free Bluetooth party speaker when you spend $9.99 or more on furniture. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. See in store for details. The tent sale is back at the Brick, saving you more.
Hello everyone, I'm Shauna, the owner of Studio to Stage. We are thrilled to be celebrating 26 incredible years of dance excellence. At Studio to Stage, we believe dance is for everyone. From our tiniest tots to our aspiring dancers and adult classes, we've got the perfect class for you. And the best part? Prices start at just $40 a month. But don't wait too long. Registration closes September 10th. Visit studiotostage.ca now to secure your spot and join our dance family. Let's make this the best dance year yet. Studio to Stage, where your passion for dance comes to life.
Hello?
Hey Kip, can you do me a favor?
What, Napoleon?
Can you get me a bottle of water from Canadian Water Serve and Save? They're across from Centennial Park on 100th Street.
No, Napoleon, I'm busy.
But I'm real thirsty. Gosh.
Just drink from the fountain.
No frickin' way, you sicko. It's real easy. Just use Canadian Water Serve and Save's 24-hour vending, or have them deliver.
Alright, I'll go down to Canadian Water Serve and Save.
Sweet. They got awesome water skills. Think Canadian, drink Canadian.
Summer's here and road trips are calling. Wherever this summer takes you, start at Great Canadian Oil Change. Family owned, proudly Canadian. We are quick, trusted, and provide expert care for your vehicle so we can take care of you on the roads this summer. Plus, we offer free safety checks and no appointment necessary. Just stop by and we take care of the rest. Quick, trusted, expert care. That's Great Canadian Oil Change.
Located at 10103 Alaska Road in Fort St. John.
It's almost time to head back to class. But first, a trip to Grand Prairie for all your back-to-school shopping essentials. Shop, then stay at the 4 Points Hotel. On now through Labor Day weekend, ask for a back-to-school special, offering the best rates plus a family day pass to the Eastling Center, located right across the road. Limit of 1 pass per visit. To book, call 587-771-1300.
The 4 Points Hotel is supported by the Grand Prairie Destination Marketing Fund.
Luke here from Fort Motors. We are a proud supporter of the oil and gas industry. From sales to service, parts, and more, Fort Motors can help you get up and running and stay running with vehicles ideal for the industry we live and breathe. Visit Fort Motors today or head to fortmotors.ca.
West 6th Construction is hiring. Join a team that values quality and integrity. West 6th Construction is looking for journeyman carpenters and an experienced construction estimator. Apply today. Head to west6th.ca. That's west6th.ca.
Coffee? Check. Laughs? Check. Supermodel looks? You get what you get. It's the Moose FM Morning Show, brought to you by FSJ Return It. It's worth it.
All right, we're back with Brian from the Lido, who's feeling a little better. You got some water.
So we're going to dub it. I was doing that. There, so we dubbed it right together. It never actually happened.
Exactly.
We've been on the air the whole time. so weird.
Yeah, PS Country Comedy Fest, September 12th and 13th, I think.
September 12th, 13th, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
We've got Sterling Scott. He is the Golden Buzzer winner on Canada's Got Talent. He won the Golden Buzzer, which is a huge accolade. Didn't win the event, but he certainly, the guy's got a lot of ha-ha in him.
He sure does.
Funny fella. He's actually going to be set up with you at some point to have a little bit of an interview sometime this week, perhaps next week before the show. Tesh Aiton Fishu and Mo Aiden are also coming up. We were talking about some pretty dry stuff earlier and sad things and it was a nice crossover that you brought in there that it's like, you know what? Yes, but let's come have a laugh. And, we came up with a caption phrase that a city filled with laughter is an energetic city.
Yeah.
And that's what we call ourselves, and it's a good thing to do. I know that you can come, you can just turn your cell phone off, you can sit down in a booth and have a conversation with your friends or at a birthday party, whatever reason to come out and watch these shows and then be entertained for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then you can stick around for a while, you can go off dancing at the Frontier, or you can wherever. Just to get out of your house and enjoy the laughter. Optimal Trucking, the good folks there, they are booth sponsors at the Lido as well. But the opportunity came about that they wanted to be the title sponsor for the Comedy Fest from this day forward, kind of thing, and it's so awesome because our sponsorships allow us to bring in bigger names and keep the price tags down on tickets and things like that. And so, a big thank you to Optimal Trucking. And, they don't do it because I'm going to say their name on the radio or because their ad's up at the Lido. They do it because it's about building community and being part of the community. But I'll say, if you get a chance to book a trucking company, book Optimal Trucking, because they bring us comedy and stuff. The Association for Community Living has the Client Appreciation Awards, one of the feel-good events where the folks who are the clients there, they get awards for different things that they've done in the community. It's a really good thing. We've been doing that for years. Tom Cole is coming back onto our stage at the Lido. Super excited to have him.
Yes,
that's going to be September 19th. This is his own concert. I mean, he did play at Fred Fest. The guy is so talented. We just love listening to him. And it's like country music was supposed to be before it turned a little country rockish or a little,
Yeah.
But
he's very traditional. Yeah.
That's a good word. Yeah. So him and Ridge Rider, it's called the Canadiana Tour, September 19th. He's got a band called Me and the Boys, and also making her debut is Lisa Quigley.
Oh.
Fantastic singer. I've never heard her sing. She's a local gal, but she's just really talented. And Tom said, "No, you're coming up. You're coming on stage." So Lisa Quigley will be there singing as well, which is awesome. Again, September 19th. Cribbage on September 21st. 100 Women Who Care on September 23rd. 27th. This is something we haven't done since the Crazy Senoritas out of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and we brought them up a few years before COVID. We have a burlesque and drag comedy show.
Yes.
9 entertainers, Dub.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be so much fun. It's the shock factor. It's, oh my God, they didn't say that, or I didn't just see that. And again, it's let your hair down, loosen your inhibitions, and just come out and enjoy it. And that's on September 27th. And then we get into the month of October, which is all ramping up for Halloween's, and there's comedy shows there. There's night markets. There's just so much going on. And when we get on here and try to talk about all the things, it's kind of like one thing at a time, but it just, there's stuff that happens. And we spend the summer basically building for the fall and winter. And it's going to be you better saddle up and hang on tight, because we've got lots coming up, and there's so much stuff that we haven't even talked about that is just in the works, hasn't quite happened yet. Johnny Cash, we have signed that Johnny Cash band. We've got an AC/DC tribute. We've got the Bee Gees coming up. It's just a little bit for everyone, and Moose Movies is going to happen again in the month of October. I'd really encourage everybody to just stay active, stay involved in your community, and come out and see this stuff. These people come to Fort St. John to perform. They've heard about the crowds, and I'm so proud that they all come here and go, wow, you're right. I mean, you said it was going to be good, but when they come, they really do appreciate when artists and entertainers come north. So, hang out, check out our website, and come catch a show.
There it is. Website, by the way, thelido.ca. You can also give Brian a call at 785-3011. Lots to chew on as always, Brian. Thanks for being here, sir.
Hey, we'll see you at the Peace Country Comedy Fest.
100.1